What's up, turd nuggets? Today I want to try something just a little different. Notice that a lot of my followers are making their own videos now, and I thought it'd be cool to show them something that I made that could help them out, potentially. Basically what I did was turn a boom mic that I already had into a wireless boom mic. I haven't found any tutorials online about this, and I just kind of fucking winged it and did it. Some engineer in the comments will probably say, you're a fucking idiot, and that's cool, I know. But anyway, it worked, and here's how I did it. So first of all, I'm assuming that you already have a boom mic. If you don't, I would recommend a Rode Video Mic or a Rode Video Mic Pro. They're cheaper than your typical XLR shotgun mic. They have a lot of range and they're very directional. I'm using one right now. This is just the regular mic here.
Okay, so this is everything you're gonna need for this project. Obviously, you're gonna need the Fifine or Fifine 25-channel UHF wireless system. This is the transmitter, and this is the receiver, the lavalier mic, which is a 3-pin XLR that we're going to be adapting. You'll also need one of these guys, 1/4-inch audio adapter to a 3.5 auxiliary port adapter, and obviously you'll need that for the receiver to connect it to your camera. So essentially we just need something to fit this into the back of that, and I would stick to wired things, or what I like to use is a splitter. Now I already had a splitter that I used, so I just cut 1/2 off, and we can actually use this later and I'll show you how. So if you don't have one of these, I actually got this for this video and it only cost like $3 at Walmart. Another optional piece of this is electrical tape. You can just use regular tape if you really wanted to. Scissors obviously to cut the wires. Also you might want to use wire strippers, so I just kind of use my teeth. So let's get started with this. First, I'd pull this out a little bit, kind of find a good length to cut this at so you have room in case you make a mistake. So a good length right here, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches seems fine to me. Just cut it right there. Straight cut's fine. And then you kind of want to score it just like an inch down or so. Just kind of score around. Don't cut too far down. This is also where the wire cutters could come into play. Like I said, I use my teeth to pull that bit off. And as you can see inside, mainly all you have are 2 wires. So you'll have one wire that'll be in the coating, and then the other, usually the negative, just kind of wrapped around that wire. Just take that one that was kind of around that piece there, and I just kind of coil it up so it actually makes itself into a wire. And then we want to do the same thing we did to the black wire to this wire here. I'm not even going to score it with the scissors. I'm just going to kind of clamp down with my teeth, kind of add some pressure and try to slide it off. And there it is. And I twist those together too, so I have a nice solid wire and I don't lose any more copper. And so basically, the end of your mini XLR cable should kind of look like this. 2 wires open. Now I don't know if all of these are made the same. I don't know if your wire colors will be exactly the same. You might have a red wire. I have no idea. But this is what it'll generally look like. Now I'm going to open up the splitter, and we're just going to cut one of them off. And we're going to save this for later. And we're going to do the same thing we did to this. We're going to score here, about 1 inch down. Now you'll see this one's kind of different than your last one. Now you got 3 wires. My other one also had 3 wires, but it technically had 2 wires that were in here, and then that other one wrapped around it, kind of like this one was. So they don't make all of these wires the same, obviously, so this might take some testing, but typically the white one is just a ground. So I usually just kind of tape that down and get it out of the way, and then I strip these 2 wires, and then I test it out. I'm going to do that now. So this may take some testing, but I'm just going to try this out. I'm going to try to stick the red with the white. You're basically just trying to find which one's positive and which one's negative. Alright, so that's done now. I have put the yellow wire with that loose wire, and then the white wire with the red wire. So let's test that out, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to turn the transmitter on, and I am going to plug this other lavalier I have that is just a regular 3.5. I'm going to stick that in there, and then I'm going to take the transmitter, I'm going to turn that guy on, and then take a Bluetooth, just a Bluetooth speaker with a line in, and I'm going to just test it out to see if it does anything. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. It's on, and okay, so like I said before, every wire is kind of different. They'll have different colors in them. What I found was, coincidentally, the white ones do kind of go together in this one, though the one that I made did not. Just kind of twist them for now, just to make sure they work. And then the red kind of goes with that loose one. You can hear it's making some sound, but now when you test it, you can hear it coming through the speaker. And you know it works. So that means that this yellow one is actually the ground. So first thing I do, like I said, I'll take that ground wire and I'll tape it out of the way so it's not messing with anybody. And the worst thing that could happen is for these, negative and positive to touch each other. So you really want to just kind of isolate them. I would typically probably, all of that exposed wire, I would tape up by itself too. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to do that like that, and then I tape the whole thing together so it's one solid wire. Okay, and there you have it. It's all connected together, and it's working just fine. The tape job probably could be better, but whatever. I'm just showing you as an example. And before I forget, that other half of the cable splitter that I had you save, you can use this to attach the receiver, put the receiver end here, and then attach this into your camera. And that way you don't have this big giant receiver sticking out of the side of your camera. We're gonna weigh down your auxiliary port and maybe break it. I would recommend using this. Okay, so let's go do some testing.
I'm going to read a couple sentences with this connected via the auxiliary cable. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. 2 bluefish swam in the tank. Her purse was full of useless trash. The colt reared and threw the tall rider. It snowed, rained, and hailed the same morning. Read verse out loud for pleasure. Okay, that was the video Rode mic connected via an auxiliary cable. Now let's switch over to that wireless system I created. Completely wireless, there are no wires here. I got the whole system set up just like that. There's no wires going any further than this. Now let me put it in the same place it was before for the last test. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. 2 blue fish swam in the tank. Her purse was full of useless trash. The colt reared and threw the tall rider. It snowed, rained, and hailed the same morning. Read verse out loud for pleasure. And there you go, a little lesson on how to make your own shotgun mic wirelessly, $30, and I think it's completely worth it. And I'm totally going to use this depending on its battery life dependency. Well, that's it, guys. If you like this video, go ahead, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. Let me know if you want more of these weird tutorial videos, because I do a lot of weird shit that I just assume nobody wants to see. But if you have any questions about my lighting or anything, I don't do the big lighting rigs anymore. I used to, but now I just use little shit that I find. I'm pretty sure this one is to do makeup or something. I just do weird shit that works because it's cheap and easy. That's 10 times easier than setting up these giant lights. If you want to see any of that shit, leave me a comment below and let me know if you want me to do more shitty video game videos like everybody else that seem to be doing really well right now. Then let me know that too. If you just want to see my penis, then search for it on the internet. It's everywhere.
The black dove is crying, she sings me a song of peace.
Bust it open, bitch. Bust it open. Bust it open, bitch. Bust it open. Bust it open, bust it open, bust it open. Bust it open, bust it open, bust it open. Big bills, no ones. Bust it down, bitch. For the flyest nigga here, no round trip. Piece stuck to my hip like a glue stick. Get a bitch long dick like a poo stick.